In the New Testament, the Greek word sozo appears over 100 times. In almost every English translation, it is rendered the same way, saved. For by grace you have been saved through faith. Sozo. Whoever calls on the name of the Lord shall be saved. Sozo. Your faith has saved you. Sozo. We read that word saved and we understand it to mean one thing: the forgiveness of sins and the guarantee of heaven after death. That is what most Christians mean when they talk about salvation, and that meaning is present in the word. But it is only one of 7 meanings sozo carries in the New Testament, and the other 6 are almost never preached. Let me show you all 7. First, sozo means to heal physically. In Matthew 9:22, when Jesus heals the woman who touched the hem of his garment, he says, "Your faith has made you well." The word is sozo. The same word used for spiritual salvation is used for physical healing. They are not separate categories in the Greek. The New Testament authors did not split the human person into a soul to be saved and a body to be fixed separately. Sozo covers both. Second, sozo means to deliver from danger. In Matthew 8:25, when the disciples are terrified in the storm, they wake Jesus and cry, "Lord, save us, we are perishing." Sozo. They are not asking for forgiveness of sins in that moment. They are asking to not drown. The word is the same. Third, sozo means to rescue from demonic oppression. In Luke 8:36, after Jesus casts the demons out of the man in the tombs, the witnesses report how the demon-possessed man had been healed. The word is sozo. Deliverance from spiritual bondage is sozo. Fourth, sozo means to preserve or keep safe. In Acts 27:20, during the shipwreck, the text says, "All hope of our being saved was at last abandoned." Sozo. Surviving a shipwreck is sozo. Fifth, sozo means to be made whole, restored to completeness. This is perhaps the richest meaning. The Hebrew concept behind it is shalom, not just the absence of something wrong, but the presence of everything right. Peace, wholeness, completeness, nothing missing and nothing broken. When Jesus says, "Your faith has saved you," to the 10 lepers in Luke 17, one of them returns to give thanks, and Jesus says, "Sozo, not just your skin disease is gone, but you are made whole." Sixth, sozo means social restoration. In the culture of the first century, illness, poverty, and certain categories of sin resulted in exclusion from community. To be sozoed was often to be brought back in, reinstated, welcomed, restored to belonging. The salvation Jesus offers is not just vertical, between a person and God. It is horizontal, between a person and their community. Seventh, yes, sozo means the forgiveness of sins and eternal life. Matthew 1:21. You shall call his name Jesus, for he will save his people from their sins. Sozo. This dimension is real and central, but it sits alongside 6 other dimensions, not instead of them. Here is why this matters enormously for how we understand Jesus. When Jesus stood up in the synagogue in Nazareth in Luke 4 and read from the Isaiah scroll, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor, to proclaim liberty to the captives, recovery of sight to the blind, to set at liberty those who are oppressed." He was not describing a spiritual metaphor. He was describing sozo, the full range, the whole thing. The salvation Jesus came to bring is not a transaction that happens once at an altar call and then waits for death to be completed. It is a comprehensive restoration of the human person, body, soul, relationships, community, dignity, that begins now and finds its completion in resurrection. Modern Christianity has largely reduced sozo to one of its 7 meanings. That reduction has produced a faith concerned primarily with where you go when you die, with very little to say about how you live while you are alive. The New Testament was written in Greek, and in Greek, salvation is so much larger than we have been taught. Sozo, heal, deliver, rescue, preserve, restore, belong, forgive. All of it is the gospel. And most of us have only ever been given 1/7 of it.